Hello and welcome to another free lesson from LessonRating.com. In this video we're going to talk about major scales and how to form them. Of course, scales are always kind of that thing that you dread practicing in piano, but they are important to learn, and even more so I think it's important to learn how they're formed rather than just kind of blindly playing through them. What you want to do when you're thinking about a major scale, there's a relationship that's going to hold true in terms of their intervals no matter what key you're in. And understanding that relationship is going to make it easier for you to be able to play a major scale in any key that's called for. So starting with the simplest keys, let's start with just a C major scale, which sounds like this. And what I'm talking about with the intervals is really just looking at the relationship from one note to the next. And a major scale is always going to be built off of whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. So no matter what key you're in, it's going to always go whole, half, whole, half. And just so you know what I'm talking about, a whole step is when you skip a note. So that's why this first one is a whole step. That's a whole step. This one we're not skipping a note, which is why it's a half step, and so on and so forth. So remembering that relationship, whole, half, whole, half, basically you now have the formula to make a major scale in any key. So pick a weird key, say G flat. Let's say you have no idea, what the major scale is in G flat. Well, with that formula, it's always going to be whole. So let's do that with the notes. It's always going to be whole step, half step, whole step, half step. So now you've built the major scale for G flat. Do it in G, for example. Again, it's going to be a whole step. Or start from G. It's going to be whole step, half step, whole step, half step. Or excuse me, let me do that again. Whole step, half step, whole step, half step. So you always be able to catch yourself, if you play a wrong note like I just did, by remembering what that relationship is from one note to the next. So now, when you're practicing your scales, really start looking at the relationships between those notes, and then you'll be able to easily transpose into whatever key a song calls for. So that's it for this video. You can get more free videos at LessonRating.com. Also check out all kinds of online courses that we review through that site as well. And of course, email us if you have any questions, and we'll certainly be happy to help you out. Happy practicing.